Alright, I think it's time to go to Nahida's second story quest. It's been a while and I think it's time to wrap things up. Also, somehow my Sumeru
Isn't that Nahida?
exploration, everything has gone kinda slow lately. Even though I've been
Didn't think we'd run into
on and
you
off
here.
every day.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been
Yeah,
up
it's
to?
been some while already. Same old adventuring and stuff.
Seems like you've been enjoying yourselves. How about you? What are you up to now? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some
Leads
blurry
for what?
memories after saving Ermin's soul.
Oh yeah, are we gonna tell her that?
I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is.
Maybe someday we'll tell her.
What is that?
It's probably the effects of Erminsul.
Don't worry, we'll help you
I'm
remember.
lying, obviously. Feel free to fill us in.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Okay. It's a gem. Or a seed.
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power. I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I
Oh,
have
you
no
found it.
recollection of it whatsoever. It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different.
Oh, I know what it is. It's probably Ruka Devada's energy. And she doesn't know of her existence
It's
anymore.
very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
There we go. I already said it before Ether could think of it. But I'm not gonna tell her.
Traveler, do you have any ideas?
I don't know, but...
You know, Nahida,
But what?
we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away. Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again.
That's no
Don't
trouble.
mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
It's with him. Oh. A hydro fungus.
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord
It's
Kusanali.
trying to
Fungi
talk.
don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think I understand. Seems
You
that
think?
it wants us to follow it.
I don't know anything of it.
You can understand it? Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety.
I thought
and
it's a
fear.
mushroom, not a creature.
It's in dire need of our help.
And mushrooms
Well,
don't count as
Fungi
creatures.
are kinda cute.
Bongo is really nice fungus, you know.
That's true. Okay, let's go take a look.
So we're making an
Alright, Lead
exception.
the way, little fungus.
What if I
Oh,
wouldn't
look
be in
at
that
thing.
event?
Some
I
fungi
wouldn't
are
mention
friendly,
it.
while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see.
Mostly.
It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After
Maybe.
all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting. That's not too different from how humans think sometimes.
Then they're so smart.
That's what
Oh,
I meant
there's
by
two
shared
more.
emotions.
One has fallen over. Is that the problem? We need to get it up.
It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help its family member. Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness.
What is it, Nahida?
Strange.
What's so
Very
strange?
strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form.
So it's different?
Huh? An elemental life form?
Is it a slime
Yes.
in disguise?
Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around them.
Okay, and this one's completely
As
made
for
of
this
it.
fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it.
Oh,
Definitely not anything like your typical fungus.
so it's green, so it's dendro? It only looks like a fungus?
Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, we see new things every day.
This is a first even for Nahida.
But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The
Void?
void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted.
With its eyes
So you
open.
think it'll wake up if we can fill the void?
Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away.
Good. I'm next in line. I also need to fill up a void. And as always, when someone wants to join me, I'm recording. No. Surprised.
My power was compatible. Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro.
It
Is
talks.
it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I
Or
can't
did you give
believe
it
the
some
Lord of
power?
Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that.
That's strange.
Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
Yeah.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
Calm down, we still don't know what exactly you are.
Hello, Paimon.
Although my money's on the Sealy
organism's
theory.
intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh,
That's
well,
right.
no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal.
But it's still unusual for a fungus to talk.
Does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
Come on, there's no need to start worrying about that all of a
You
sudden.
misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking.
Well, you know, we humans are social creatures. We have to speak.
So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like
Okay.
you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors, just like fungi and slimes.
Did this fungus study at the academia?
I don't know.
Seems even more talkative than Paimon.
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising
Does it
to you,
know what it
and I'm
is?
sure that you must have questions. Let's find somewhere else to talk. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me. It says that it's very thankful for your help.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes,
You
I
sure?
thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them.
Would be nice to have a lesson from Nahida about the creatures of Teyvat. I'm interested.
However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
Well, that's what I'm waiting. The
I
explanation.
come from an ancient race. We have existed for
Oh.
a very long time,
What?
possibly longer than any records in existence.
That's what they are? It looked like either balls of light or something like oranges.
My home was filled with flowing water.
They're
and
not
great
Sealies, are
mountains.
they?
Lush
They look
grass
like
covered the
plants.
land, and my family and I
Plant
lived in
spirits.
bliss and happiness until the apocalypse came and
The
changed my home
apocalypse.
forever.
Oh, do they
A horrifying
do
power
they mean the
consumed all there
cataclysm?
was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside
Is
of us,
has everywhere
twisting and warping us,
been so
causing
bad?
us to lose control. We were victims of the apocalypse, yet in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
What? How?
The apocalypse? I'm not sure what it means either.
Does that mean
It sounds like some kind of old
you
fable.
became the reason it happened,
It's
or
a
what?
long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Okay,
Don't worry, we'll listen.
we have
Please
time.
continue.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species
Oh, so
and
they're
learned from their
not from
cultures and
Sumeru.
knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Oh, that's what they meant by apocalypse. Forbidden knowledge. But the only
Your home was
place we
destroyed by
know
forbidden knowledge?
yet
Does that mean you're
forbidden
from the
knowledge
desert?
existed in Sumeru. Maybe another place from
It
the
said that
desert.
they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
But it started at first
The
there.
Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, I've forgotten. That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A
Oh,
part of my knowledge and
contaminated.
memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is
So
no need
the
to
forbidden knowledge
apologize.
just ate
Without your
away
help,
its
I would have lost more than
elemental
just my knowledge
energy.
and memory.
and left a
And
void.
not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
Well, kinda. We never told Nahida about it.
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be
Well,
safe
she
now.
thinks there's no more. I have a suspicion there is.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
Well,
It's not your
that's
fault.
more or less what
You've
happened
already
in the
done
desert
everything you can.
with King Deshret's.
Every species
Realm.
paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they?
Other
Maybe
fungus?
they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end.
Oh,
I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are a few nice kids that should be willing to help.
Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand.
Give me a moment.
how are they gonna
I'll
help?
contact them right now.
Oh, through telepathy? Yeah, probably just the way she contacted us when we were on the archipelago
That should do it.
islands.
It may take some time to find them.
That was quick.
So let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Agreement?
You might not remember.
Probably
but
a
this is
past
prophecy
agreement.
That we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to
Also,
an end.
now that I think about it, about Nahida's
I
past,
see.
does
I'm sorry.
she still
There are
think
also some
she
blurry
is
segments in my memory as well.
the only, one and only Dendro Archon? Surely everyone else knew at least until that moment there was a previous one.
But I'm very
just
concerned about your
puzzled a bit.
homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more
Where?
family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end.
Oh,
I will
we're gonna
explain it
go
to
to
you
a
on
place
the way.
where they last were and try to find them. Homecoming. Wow, that was quite a large intro.
I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the crystal is very similar
Yes,
to mine,
I know.
yet also different?
I probably know where it came from.
The elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus.
Oh wait. No, to the fungus identical. There's a connection between the crystal and the fungus.
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race.
So it probably contains forbidden knowledge. We should destroy
I had to
it.
deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories.
So that's what she thinks. What happened? We know that didn't happen. It's probably the previous Archon that did that job.
That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business.
Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more.
Yeah.
I'll just play
I've been trying
along.
to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland, but I'm unable to come up with anything.
We'll just have to continue investigating.
I really want to send them home, so they won't have to wander around anymore.
So is this gonna be just a search quest? So it doesn't look like we're going to be
The road
doing
here is a little
anything
rough.
serious.
I'll lead the way.
Don't
Okay,
worry, Paimon can handle any road.
you're flying.
You're up, traveler.
Why? They're not aggressive. Maybe you can go pass by. They didn't even see me.
Busted.
I'll settle this.
I like how Cookie is wearing a very good 5-star sword, which is supposed to be for melee. But I don't have her, so we just have a better Cookie.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find a way to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like this.
Oh, good
did you?
question.
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment.
Change.
After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in these lands.
You're kind of a plant
Thus,
creature
we gradually
mix.
took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses
Is adapting.
to the environment.
That's right.
I don't think that should surprise you, Paimon. Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators. We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form as well?
Well,
Not as freely, I'm afraid.
yeah.
You would require
It's complicated.
a long time to make that happen. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. Putting it as simply as possible, changing form requires energy. and energy comes with time.
Not that kind of energy.
You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly, nor can you force a tree to bear fruit overnight.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
You're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Seems like it's pretty good at coming up with metaphors well.
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call growth. A most beautiful word. I shall enjoy it more as we walk.
We're gonna keep walking?
How much farther
Gonna
is
run
it?
into more ermites?
We're about halfway there.
Halfway?
You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you
We
on my
did
back?
like 50 steps.
Huh? Oh no! Paimon was just curious! Paimon isn't that tired.
You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord
Or
of
maybe
Dendro
they
need
just
to be
respect
carried?
Nahida. More enemies.
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head?
We can figure out who...
No time to talk, everything is
We
dead.
may have a different understanding of carrying someone.
Oh, we're not gonna
It's
talk
tired or
about
not,
that.
My child is always happy when I put it on my back and give it a ride.
Okay, but we don't need an explanation about
Child?
it.
You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it a name.
Oh, then it must be a really cute name. You know, like Bongo Head.
You have an odd taste for names.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name is great.
Strange.
Oh,
Cute at
for
the same
something
time. It's a name only
like a
Paimon would
Pokemon,
be able
yeah.
to come up with.
That's right.
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten.
Okay.
Seems like I've forgotten many important things.
Don't worry, you can try and remember it on the way.
Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as important as my homeland.
Moving on.
Yes, this way. We're almost there.
Wait, what? Withering? I thought I cleared every withering in the forest, including the desert, which might have only 3 spots. Or is this quest related? This wasn't here. I recognize this place. It also looks gloomy.
Withering.
Yes.
Did it
I
grow
have heard
back?
humans also call it that before. It's the last form we take.
I mean, I
At the end
love
of
the
our life.
mechanic of the withering.
Paimon doesn't understand.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the withering.
Yes.
Oh.
I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord of Dendro's help.
So, this is how the withering
That's
is formed?
horrifying.
Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared.
Yeah,
They've
it's
been
gonna be
tormented
hard
by
to remove
forbidden
it.
knowledge for a long time. It's understandable that they
So
will
that
eventually
means
become the
every
withering.
one of these withering
But
flowers
what a
are
sad and pitiful end.
remains of someone that died from
When I
forbidden
left my
knowledge
homeland,
contact.
Flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom represented an individual.
Fill the
life.
fields? Wherever you're coming from, I think it looks even worse, like a
They
nightmare.
grew in the pristine lakes,
Imagine
in the fertile soil,
fields of these
my
red
home.
flowers,
and in the homes of my friends. They grew everywhere.
knowing that each of them
until
attack
the
you.
world suddenly lost
That
all its
would be a
color
nightmare.
and became tainted and murky. But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power, still resides in this flower.
Oh,
After an
okay.
adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental
But what happens
power of
if
my
I
companions, then I take
clear
them
it and leave it?
But that would
It's
mean
gone?
the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's
Oh,
not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this.
like you wanna absorb the
Now that we
memories?
finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make me that much happier.
I understand. Just leave it to us.
I got this.
So you're worried about me?
Yes.
It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist anymore.
No, Nahida, you
It's natural
don't
to want
understand.
to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake. But when all that's left is its skeleton, there's nothing to worry about.
If you say so.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about, but we're all ready to go now, right?
It's okay, don't
Let's do this.
mind.
We've dealt with the withering countless times already.
Yeah, a lot of times actually. Oh, trial Nahida? Well, I don't mind. What the hell was that? Okay, 8, 11, 8, Constellation 3, better than mine, but Noblesse? 4 piece. You're not gonna do anything with 2 piece, but 4 piece, okay. Her weapon, which I also have. That's quite a good amount of mastery, could be even more. And crit damage is plenty. Not bad. Am I gonna use her? Probably not. Shoot the flowers from range.
Take it
Okay,
easy.
is that all? Oh. Ruin Drake Skyguard. Okay, time to get rid of these guys.
Things are about to get tight.
Our bond is strong.
This kind of combo is very powerful. That's why I'm using it now. Although I wish Hazel was a bit more stronger. There's not much room for improvement left. Oh yeah, I forgot. I still have to destroy the core. Well, that's it. Gain the
As I
memories.
expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of, so it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on just a little longer.
Oh, so it remembers when it
I hope
perished.
that you will be free of this pain after returning home.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned into tumors of the withering makes Paimon
Yeah,
sad.
it's horrifying.
It's okay.
We have to go on.
As long as elemental power still exists, then we will still be around. An external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change, and even abandonment of previous forms. However, our true nature is not so easily affected.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of the rainforest and all the life forms that live in it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. It was a wise choice for us to place our trust in you and wait.
Hold on.
What's
I think I got
what's
something.
with the sun in her face? Oh,
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
oh,
Must be
another
in a
one.
similar situation as I was. We should hurry and go take a look.
Okay, follow me.
Okay, where is that? To the mushroom forest. I know it's called Malteima forest, but I call it mushroom forest.
We're close now. It's just a little further inside.
Oh, there's
There are so many fungi
a lot
here.
more of them.
They're probably all ordinary fungi, right?
You won't be able to avoid a fight.
Yeah, they won't be happy to see us.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time living among the fungi. They are very important to us.
See, when you're living with fungi too much, you start to think them as family.
They can be reasonable, as long as we try to communicate.
Okay,
What
we
should
can
we
try.
do? You're the only one who can make it through, right? But you'll need Nahida's power if you want to save that fungus.
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
Really?
You want to transform into a fungus?
Transform on the
But
go?
we don't have time for growth.
Nahida is a god. Changing into a fungus should be a piece of cake for her.
I don't know.
Even gods can't bend the laws of time so easily.
Well, I don't know about the other Archons except Zhongli. He had a dragon form.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. We may not be able to avoid a fight. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you and its family, then I'm willing to try.
Alright. You have great elemental power, so you may be able to do it. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through the limitations of time.
Time?
I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It should make your transformation process a little easier.
Time is involved in this.
Alright, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be quite an interesting experience.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about. I am extremely serious about this.
As am I. I'm not joking at all.
It sounded like
Let's
it.
not get hung up here. If it's really possible to turn into a fungus, then why don't we give it a try now?
Okay. Good luck, Lord of Dendro.
Oh, let's see. Wow, it's so simple.
Wow, you really turned into a fungus!
So, how does it feel?
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form isn't much different from usual. The unconscious fungus is just below here. Can you all help me determine which one it is?
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using elemental sight since
Or
they're elemental
just
life
look
forms.
for the one that's
Then,
unconscious?
all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to see you, then I'll be able to hear your answer.
Okay, got it.
Let me
Okay.
lure away the fungi up top and make way for you.
Sneaking quest?
All right, good luck, Nahida. Let's go, traveler.
Oh. Nope, I can't move. She's doing it on her own.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it.
Move left. Let's talk with this guy.
Nana!
That's cute. Uh-huh. Nope.
It
We
seems
fooled
they didn't
him.
notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. I should hurry and make my way through.
Oh, there's the one. That's the animal
This is the
mushroom.
spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the traveler to catch up.
Oh, now it's my part. Oh, just ether. Nothing else. Oh, I thought it would be more serious. Scan the location. Is that
So
one?
this is the one. Understood.
I don't. How Nahida can't sense it, but we can. Well, using elemental sight.
Nahida, What's wrong?
Oh. Too hard?
I never knew that it was so tiring to change forms like that. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were not unfounded.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great price is to be paid if you wish to perform drastic changes instantly. Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan. Now, we simply wait for it to wake up.
Just wait.
Who
Oh.
are you?
This one talks as well.
I apologize. Language is not easy. Need long time.
It's okay, I have good news.
Razor
Let
language.
me explain it to you.
Okay. A while later.
Apocalypse ended? Go home now?
Yes. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping you still remembered.
I remember.
Oh, good.
Really?
We can go
That's
there.
great. Home. Dendro Dragon.
Oh, Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes! The Dendro Dragon!
It's about time we learn
I'm
more
sorry, I
about the
just got
dragons.
So excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before. But yes, our home is the Dendro
How is
Dragon.
your home the dragon
Wait a
itself?
minute. Paimon's confused. Do you mean the Dendro Dragon
part
as
of
in
it?
an elemental dragon? Like Dvalin?
No. The dragon sovereign Paimon. Dwalin is not a dragon sovereign. It's something like a bishop and a dragon.
Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for
Yeah.
longer and has accumulated dense elemental power. But I don't quite understand. Why would you say that your homeland is a dragon?
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
Well, I was close. I said you're a part of it.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big.
Mountains?
Water.
It's like a
trees.
whole world?
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro Dragon nurtured the earliest life forms
Interesting.
and protected us inside of
Would the
itself.
Dendro Dragon be a whole
It
zone
once
for
told
us as
in a
well?
majestic voice that once we finally matured, we'd be able to start life in a new world.
No.
However, that day never came. Our homeland was the greatest place there ever was before the apocalypse arrived.
Paimon's still confused.
Yeah, it's like Dendro slimes giving birth to smaller
Yes,
slimes,
a
right?
very good example. It appears that you're much smarter than Paimon. The only difference is that the Dendro Dragon is much, much larger than any Dendro slime.
So, how did you guys get separated?
If that's the case, doesn't that imply that Apep has also been contaminated by forbidden knowledge?
Oh,
Yes,
that's
that
not
is
good.
correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Dendro? I haven't seen this expression on you before.
Well, you
Apep
know,
is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body a long time ago. Which means that if
Which
all
means-
the forbidden knowledge has been eliminated,
And a big void will also form inside the dragon.
oh,
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible shape for some time now. No wonder I haven't
so
seen
it's going to
Apep
be
for so
angry?
long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's civilization?
Probably there's
But anyway,
maybe some
Apep
connection.
disappeared and has been gone ever since that time.
So saving the
It's been
Dendro Dragon
enduring
is the important thing
unimaginable
you
pain
need
all
to
the
do.
while. Yes, how could I have forgotten? If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form, and will all be dispersed.
And then what?
Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer be suitable for sustaining life.
Okay, Nahida, get a hold of yourself.
What about the crystal?
No need to
Why don't
panic.
you show it to them and see if they know anything about it?
I'm sorry. You're right. We don't have time to panic. Have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Its
No.
power feels very familiar.
Very simple.
Like something from our homeland, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry our
So it's
memories
also
aren't
part
very
of it.
reliable.
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before and see if they can locate your other family members. I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now.
She contacting the Aranara?
Let's wait for their reply again, though I know waiting can feel unbearable at a time like this.
No. They brought us food.
Thank you. Family bringing food.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile. After seeing you save it, its family is very grateful to you.
Go home, thief. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I worry. If waiting, then I hope.
Don't worry. I understand what you are trying to say. Family is very important to us. No matter when we were actually family. It has done a lot to protect this territory and can't help but worry now that it's about to leave. Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
What would that
Of
be?
course. I can relate to how it's feeling. I need to organize my thoughts as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Tend soil. Food. Don't like plant invasion.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to drive away the plants that are trying to invade the area.
Soil.
Hmm.
First. Seed. Here.
Paimon understood that. No need to translate. We'll take
But
care
what's
of it
trying
right
to
away.
invade them? Just regular plants? Food seeds. Water, okay.
We planted all the seeds.
He was
Time to
yelling.
handle the invading plant life.
Eliminate invading plants. Oh. Oh, Whopper flowers.
Whopper flowers! It wasn't kidding when it said plants were invading.
Simple things.
Structure! Confess!
You got into a tricky spot.
That should be all of them. That wasn't too tough.
Nahida, you feeling better?
Yeah, I've calmed down now. But it doesn't seem like there's too much we can do until we receive some new leads.
Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't know anything about it.
Yes, please.
Who is it? And what does it have to do with King Deshret?
Well, the history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Tevat. Sumeru was Apep's territory. In those days, the lush rainforest covered the entire nation.
Yeah, and that's before the desert existed.
Oh, so there was no desert back then?
Not at first. That came when a giant spike fell from the sky, turning a huge section of the rainforest into sand.
Wait, what? I didn't know this. I thought it started with the forbidden knowledge, so Celestia did that. Interesting, so completely cleared one part of Sumeru from the forest and became a desert.
In an attempt to adapt to its new environment, Apep changed color from the emerald green of the forest to the yellow of the sand.
No wonder those two elemental life forms are always talking about the importance of adapting.
Apep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to recognize the new order that was established. Even now, it probably still holds great hostility toward the gods.
Probably. I think each of the dragons don't like the Archons.
However, powerless against the power in the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge many millennia later, it's been unable to stir up any trouble.
You thought the gods and dragons were on good terms. No, that's not what I did.
Conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until a balance can be found. As far as I know, a pep had been slumbering in the desert, and King Deshret had taken a great interest in it. Maybe this is why a pep was contaminated. I'm not sure what may have led it to become involved, but rescuing it is definitely our top priority right now. The crystal that I have in my possession is probably the key that links the two matters together.
Well then, let's go find the dragon.
You, Lord of Dendro.
You really like them, don't you?
Family. Like. Do you not like your family?
That's not what Paimon meant. It's just
if
that
Paimon does have a
actually
family.
the same species.
Does that matter? Family likes me. I like family.
Paimon doesn't quite understand.
What it's trying to say is that as long as family members get along well, then nothing else matters.
Yeah,
You place
that's right.
importance on appearances, but we do not.
What was that?
We find the
Sounds
experiences,
suddenly cut
knowledge, and
off.
connections we've made to be more important. These are all things that are more reliable than mere external appearances. These are the fruits of time, and the essence of what it means to grow.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Nahida's eyes are
What's
shining.
changed, so what's inside of us is more important.
What if my looks changed?
It wouldn't matter. Paimon would still be able to recognize you right away.
Oh? Understood. Thank you. Still nothing new from the forest. Seems like we won't be able to find your other family members for now. It appears we are out of leads to follow. And if no one knows how this crystal works, then a pet may be in danger.
Sorry.
It's okay. It isn't your fault. I don't think it's a coincidence that neither of you can remember anything about the crystal.
So
Maybe
what
it's
now?
because the
To
crystal
the
has a
desert?
very close connection to forbidden knowledge, which causes memories of it to be unclear. And if that's the case, finding the other fungi still wouldn't help us at all.
The crystal and the apocalypse. The apocalypse and memories. Lord of Dendro, do you still remember the prophecy?
What
I do.
prophecy?
What if...
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past and the future. A family member once said that the apocalypse is a part of us, and that there is value in preserving it. The rest of the family did not approve of its opinion at the time, so it left.
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean that there's still some that hasn't been eliminated?
Well, I do believe that is true.
That's not very likely. The power
Again.
of Irminsul covers every inch of the land.
Okay, Nahida, I understand.
Did the prophecy say where that family member went?
But I still think
To
it's
the
true.
limitless depths east of Sumeru.
East?
A murky place that no one can return.
Chasm?
Yeah, that must be the chasm, right?
That was a dangerous
What is it doing
place.
there?
It's impossible to preserve forbidden knowledge, but what if it can be converted to a different form?
Oh.
I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. However,
No, it's starting
I
to
do
make
think
some
it's
sense.
possible. Follow me. I'll explain it once we find that out.
Man, I really miss this place. It's more interesting when you have to return to these places. Oh, the pillar
So
is
that
there.
elemental life form came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by itself? Wouldn't it already have become the withering like the others?
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here.
Yeah. Probably the nail doesn't let the withering happen
I'm
here.
referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It once repaired the rifts of Tevat long ago. It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't exist in Tevat. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form.
Wait. What? You mean oozing filth?
Yes, it's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water surface.
Oh.
rather strange metaphor, but Paimon
I
somehow gets
understand,
this
so
one.
that's another form of withering. The
What
ooze.
the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden within the oozing filth.
So it turns out I've been clearing withering already before I knew it.
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here. Let's go and take a look.
It's over there!
Oh,
Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area.
okay, interesting. So, where's my lumen stone? So yeah, if by chance...
Yep,
Whoa,
I know what to do.
Rift
Let's
House.
just use the lumen stone on the oozing concretion.
Bond is strong.
so who wouldn't have the lumen stone? I guess level 1 would be enough. Then you can proceed to the quest. That's a rare case. Okay, get more energy. Oh, I had to get near it. Got it. Wait, that was, yeah, a geofungus.
Finally managed to rescue it.
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
Was sleeping here all this time.
That light!
Elemental being grounded geoshroom.
Something dark is coming out.
Everyone back up.
It's not right! What's going on? Didn't Nahida say it was purified?
I think
Maybe
that's
it's
not
because
good.
Such a long amount of time has passed. Although the power of the oozing filth is more stable than that of the apocalypse, it is still a form of dangerous power. It might have lost its mind after being soaked in it for such a long time.
Oh boy.
But we still have tons of questions we need to ask.
I should be able to purge it with my elemental power.
This is definitely connected to forbidden knowledge.
But this is our only chance.
I said no and I mean it. Sorry, Nahida. You can't go through that again.
Traveler.
I'm sorry, I got a little anxious.
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty myself. Let's see if we can think of another way.
What about the crystal?
Oh, yeah! You said that the elemental power in the crystal was identical to theirs.
You want to use its power, but
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution. It's risky to use its power without fully understanding its intended use.
Don't understand. This no good, that no good. Save lives. Important.
Yes, I understand, but this is our only chance to return home. We cannot afford to be careless.
it's okay. There's no need to argue. I'll think of something to do about the elemental power that will be used. How about this? Traveler, you could try using it.
Huh? Why me?
I understand that you have an amazing
Oh.
resistance to forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, right. Sure thing. Because yeah, I forgot ether can at times purify
Don't
something
overdo
like
it,
that.
Traveler. Paimon will be worried.
Does it work? Guess it did.
Lord of Dendro, and you others, how long have I been waiting here?
Well, 500 years more or less since the cataclysm.
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Does that mean the apocalypse has come to an end?
Yes.
Wait, did you get smaller again?
I'm sorry.
Wait, that
portion of my memory is highly
that
unreliable at the
means
moment.
his memory
remember
isn't
who you
erased.
are.
He knows that Nahida is smaller but shouldn't be.
That sounds about right. After all, the purpose of my existence is precisely for those unreliable memories you speak of. You once said that the apocalypse will be completely eradicated, and that relevant memories will become unstable. Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word. My sacrifice is nothing compared to your resolve.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here.
Yeah, that's not
I'm
Nahida.
nearing
That's
my end.
Rukadevara.
I had thought I'd be stronger.
Even
than
if
this.
it's a light silhouette, I can tell.
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
In order to preserve a somewhat
Oh, that's a
stable
nice
memory,
picture.
I had to change the power of the apocalypse into a different form. Only the giant spike that fell from the sky was capable of doing something like that. But the moment I chose to go through with it is the moment I lost my chance of being rescued by the Lord of Dendro. But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand. As you can see, I won't last much longer.
I
What?
understand, and I'm sorry.
Oh, it's about to die
Can
or
you
something?
please tell me what this is?
This is a fire seed.
Oh,
It's an essential
it is
item
a
for
seed.
saving the Dendro Dragon. Thankfully, it appears to be in good condition. The Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the Dendro Dragon's Heart of Oasis operates. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far too long. It too is nearing the end of its power. However, if you are able to reactivate its Heart of Oasis using the Fire Seed, then the Dendro Dragon will begin to recover, and as a result, our homeland will return to the way it once was.
Oh, so the Heart of Oasis is a pep source of power.
But
No
how did you
wonder
get
the
it?
crystal was able to heal this fungus just now. That's what it's used for.
What? You used the Fire Seed to save me?
Yes?
Why? What's
Shouldn't
wrong?
we?
That's... never mind. It's not your fault. You didn't know. The Fire Seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside of it. It's very powerful, yet fragile at the same time.
Oh.
It is not stable in its current form. To prevent any accidents, please don't use it again.
Okay, we'll
Since I am
try.
its creator, I will take responsibility for it. I assure you there's no need to worry.
Alright. Aside from being able to heal the Dendro Dragon, the Fire Seed can also resonate with the Heart of Oasis. In other words, you will be able to find the Dendro Dragon by following the guidance of the Fire Seed. But you should
Okay,
hurry.
now
There is no
the
time to
next
waste.
stop is the Dendro Dragon.
About you.
Forget about me. You should hurry home now.
Everyone is returning home, including you.
As I told you, I've already lost my chance to be saved by the Lord of Dendro.
I guess he's
Lord of
not going
Dendro,
then.
I thank you for coming to find me, and for being willing to save the Dendro Dragon. Our past has been saved, and our future has been ensured. It's enough for me, just knowing that they will return home.
Hey, wait! It turned into
Oh,
oozing filth.
it turns back?
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more?
Okay, I'll
Still
use it.
feel its elemental power. Please, of all of us, it deserves the chance to return home the most.
Okay, I will. Yep, just a little ball of energy.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. It has all returned to its original elemental form and is becoming one with the other family members. Do not be sad, my friends. Its wish has come true and it's very happy right now.
Because its external form doesn't matter, right?
Yes, because our external form does not matter and our home has been saved. There is nothing more important than being together with family.
Let's go!
So, the directions and head to the Sumeru's desert region.
Noticed her presence.
Really? Is it because of the sandstorm or something? I'm just trying to get this Dendroculus. Oh, come on, stop climbing. I can't see a thing. Is this normal?
We won't be able to see anything if we keep
cutscene.
going that way.
Earthquakes?
Something's over
I
here.
can't look. I have sand in my eyes. Oh. That's the Dendro Dragon.
We found it.
It's huge.
The Dendro Dragon.
I knew it would be big, but not that big.
Puny god, puny human. Leave my domain.
Oh, she's angry.
Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the desert.
Apep, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving, especially not by you, Brewer.
Yep, she
You are
doesn't
no
like
different
us.
From Amun. Both of
Amun?
you have only
That's
existed for a
Deshret,
fraction
right?
of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
No, I get it. You don't like Celestia. Well, neither do I.
You're better off paying attention to your path ahead, as you will fall where you've fallen before.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred, even for only a moment?
Let go. For only a moment, foolish Boor. You will find no gratefulness from me, even if you heal me. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the Seven Nations.
Really? Is it that powerful?
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. Although I am gravely ill, my mind remains clear. I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no point in fighting. What we need is the truth.
The truth. The shackles that the God of Wisdom cannot escape from. I have paid dearly for the truth, and you shall do the same soon enough.
Interesting. What is that truth you're talking about?
Hey, don't leave!
Careful, something's coming.
What?
What is that?
What the hell?
Seen that before?
New enemies?
It's our family.
Your family?
They're your family too?
They look
They don't look anything like
tainted.
fungi.
External form not important.
Okay.
Inner nature says.
We can't see their inner
The
nature.
composition of their elemental power is identical to ours. In other words, they're residents of our homeland.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
Yeah, this is worse.
This is also a form of adaptation, although a most gruesome and pitiful one. Many of our family members never made it out of the Dendro Dragon. They've gradually taken this form in order to survive the apocalypse.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them?
Hey! Can you guys talk? We're here to rescue you!
Will they talk? No. They're not responding.
They've given it their all just to survive.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. Only its power can temporarily free them from their pain. All
Temporarily.
that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so.
That one looks like a giant
Everything
clam.
else has been discarded in the process of adaptation.
So this is the result of forbidden knowledge.
Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to rampage across Teyvat? Like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Let's deal with them
Yes.
first.
But please try to be gentle with them.
Okay.
They're not evil in nature. All they want to do is survive.
I'll try. Try not to crit.
Busted.
Oh, a wall.
Here comes the cat.
Interesting.
Lightning purified!
Whoa. That guy was pushing me. Yeah, they're easy. They're still standing.
They used up all their strength. They don't seem aggressive anymore.
They want to go home. Yes. It was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental form? Years of
I don't know.
torment is what turned them into their current state.
Absorb them
Their external
somehow.
form has become their shackles. It seems only the Fire Seed or a Pep's Heart of Oasis can save them. But it'll be risky if we use the Fire Seed again.
Correct. We cannot use the Fire Seed again.
Everyone goes home. Not just us.
This is becoming quite the dilemma.
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the Fire Seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert like this.
But
Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens.
it's unstable. It could, I don't know, explode or something. Shatter.
It won't require much elemental power. I'm just worried that it'll become unstable. But as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I've come to understand that during our travels. I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also because I hope to use you and your experience and try speaking to a Pep again. After all,
Do you think a
that
Pep
giant
will
Dendro
speak to
dragon
us?
is also your family. Maybe it would listen.
I will stand
At
with
least
you,
the
Lord
Pep
of
could have
Dendro.
taken
I will
its
never forget
life
your
forms
kindness.
back, but ignored completely.
Thank you.
Or maybe she didn't see us.
Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
No, it worked.
Whoa. It's shining now.
No, it's getting bigger. It
Endless
evolved.
amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. They're all very excited. To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally, we can go home.
This is the last part. Let's go.
Find where Pep is hidden. Somewhere under the sand?
Cave is huge.
Oh, I remember
Could
this
be
cave.
where the Dendro Dragon lives?
I think I was here once and ran out of it for some reason. Can't go any further.
Yeah. Who knows what's inside that cave?
Probably the
Our
dragon?
goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also enter the world inside of it. That will be impossible if we can't get it to cooperate with us.
But how are we gonna do that? It doesn't seem to want to help at all.
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different understanding of the world and its orders. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment of forbidden knowledge. We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should not let our differences get in the way.
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to listen.
I don't care about what you believe in, who you
So
hate,
far
or
nothing.
what you've done in the name of hatred. Nor do I expect you to be grateful. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn for a chance to return home. And now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning. Rather than continuing to fight, you should consider the life you've produced.
No answer.
response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on that world yet. If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful?
Still nothing. Still no good. Oh. Hurry, grab onto me.
Please keep everyone safe and send us to the homeland.
You're using it again?
Nahida,
So,
where are we?
yeah, where are we?
Huh? And what about the traveler? Where'd he
Oh,
go?
they're separated, it would
I
be.
was only able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we arrived at different locations.
Well, then let's go have a look up ahead. Paimon's feeling really worried.
Yep, let's go. I wouldn't worry too much. The traveler's no pushover.
Paimon knows that. It's just that Paimon isn't used to not having the traveler around.
Yeah, I get it. Paimon gets nervous when she's alone.
Let's hurry. He might be just up ahead.
So, it's only Nahida and Paimon, okay. Can't do anything, no menu, no nothing. Barrier? I can't get out. Okay, ready for a boss battle.
What's that?
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore a pep with elemental power. The damage it suffered internally
So
will
simple.
also slowly begin to heal.
Then let's hurry and light it. We still need to find the traveler.
Alright, hang on.
Did
Wait,
vanish.
The fire seed! What happened?
It shattered. It was even more unstable than I expected.
But why? We barely used it.
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was only capable of protecting one person, but if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you could have been sucked into. And even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to simply shatter, unless...
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed, which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, let's put that aside for a moment. If the fire seed has shattered, wouldn't that mean we came all this way for nothing?
Yeah, we don't have the thing to heal it.
Oh. Do you know what we should do now, Nahida? Oh, come on, Paimon, think!
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. The fire seed is technically just a ball of highly concentrated elemental power. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, I gained a better understanding of it when I turned into a fungus. So all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my own. And I'll be able to do what the fire seed was supposed to.
Huh? What?
You're gonna become the fire seed?
Yes. It'll take a lot of power from me, but it still won't be anything compared to when I was in the desert. I might, however, become even smaller.
Even smaller?
If you keep
You're already
getting
small.
smaller.
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. Basically, I'll return to how I was first born.
That's horrible.
I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything. You'll not only lose your appearance, but you'll lose your emotions, memories, and who knows what else?
That's alright. None of that matters compared to the dangers that the Pep is facing right now.
No, wait! There has to be another way. Besides, what will Sumeru do if you turn into a twig?
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once it is all over. I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you won't be able to see me for some time.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, he definitely wouldn't let you go through with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't let
If
her.
we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility, then we never would have agreed in the first place.
I'm sorry, Pine.
There must be
but we're
some
out of
other
options.
option. There must be. Where's Ether?
Not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again. But if no risks are taken, then the ego will be grounded forever.
No. Please, no, Nahida!
No? Oh, there he is. Just in time.
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey.
Oh, it's going to
If the
take
purpose of that growth
her
is to
place.
return home, then our wishes have come true.
And that's a new flower seed.
Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
Well, that was a sad moment. And here comes the boss. That's not the dragon itself. That's the warden.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Okay, we know that story quest weekly boss is a weaker version, so let's just get rid of it. Not bad, Hazel. A few more upgrades, you could do even more.
Out of my way!
Phase 2. Yep. Defeat monsters to advance this revitalization.
Your elemental power.
Wait.
Goodbye. We may never meet again.
There's a lot of enemies. What is that?
I will wait for her no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
This guy's shielding them.
I'll settle this!
Things are about to get dicey. It hurts!
More.
Confess! Busted.
Hey! Our bond is strong!
Well, that died on its own.
Quietly now. Fracture! Busted.
Lightning terrified! Get with me!
Get moving! Bring it on!
Oh, that's it? I'm guessing the withering is being removed. Now it's healing. Oh. Okay, now it's green.
forward. It's more, which means gratitude. It will be unknown.
Under the shield of rival skin. Oh. Oh, okay, I get it. One-shot attack. Almost dead. Yeah, quite simple.
Hey! Can you hear Paimon? Say something!
I don't think they're...
Fungi said that your
They
voice
are
doesn't
there.
matter, right? And let us know that you're alright!
I know you're sad.
Their knowledge, memories,
Oh,
and emotions
now
have
she
been
talks.
reverted to elemental power and released. They are no longer able to respond to you.
well, aren't you happy for me now?
The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power. Just as they did, they will be born once again now that they're one. There's nothing to be sad about.
But that's different! They won't ever be the same.
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. That's how it's destined to be. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else matters to me, Apep. Sumeru will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However,
No.
what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me. The feeling of peace.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplifying your hatred and rage.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me.
Usurper, that's...
Destroying you and your people serves me no purpose.
Okay, so... she's talking about... the... unknown god?
Be that as it may, my position
Unless there are
still
multiple
stands,
ones.
and I will have nothing to do with you. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Is that like... foreshadowing that Nahida will lose to something with curiosity?
Sheesh! Who can put up with you?
I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will not repeat our mistakes. Before you begin resting, there is one last thing I would like to know. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story.
No.
We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of
Dragon
darkness
King
from outside
Nigel.
this world, and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
Dragon King?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world itself was on the verge of collapse.
That's before the Archon
In
War
war,
then.
the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn into ash. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides, even after the death of the Dragon King.
Oh, so there's no Dragon
As I
King
attempted to
anymore?
collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by the giant spike that fell from the sky. Sand dunes arose where there was only forest. And it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me that over.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun Al-Ahmar.
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata.
Oh, I know that one.
His ambitions continued to grow, and he planned to establish a powerful kingdom in my domain. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions under one condition. The condition was that after his death, all the knowledge he came to accumulate would belong to me.
Oh,
At
so
that
that's
time,
how
I
he
still
gained it.
harbor deep regrets. By the time the Dragon King
Because
finally
Deshrut
returned,
got
the
a hold
world
of
had irrevocably changed.
forbidden knowledge.
Some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was taken from us. And some
Yeah, I
died,
understand that.
leaving behind nothing but their bones. While others chose to flee after experiencing pain and agony. But for me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still shine bright in my heart. Even to this day.
I will follow them until the end of my time.
Suddenly the echo effect is gone.
You really are insane.
When Alachmar's proud kingdom
And then
collapsed,
there's back.
I swallowed him whole.
Maybe
as
they
I
put a new
agreed,
line?
and absorbed his elemental power. However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I gained the apocalypse. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control.
Okay.
I had no energy to analyze the knowledge
she
I accumulated.
wanted to absorb the forbidden knowledge, but it was too much
I
actually.
still believe that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan. Tiny Booer, and the rest of you, continue forward. I shall keep a watchful eye. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go?
I don't know.
Dragon of its illness
Think she will be
seemingly
healthy?
made it more open to reason.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling sick. Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Yeah, bringing everyone home was supposed to be a happy occasion.
Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost
They'll
their
be
memories
different,
of their
yeah.
journey.
We just
and
don't
their feelings for
understand
their
them.
homeland. Each opportunity for growth is unique in its own way. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of all these irreplaceable emotions that had built up over time.
Can you really call a place with no family your home?
Family.
Hmm.
Right! The hydrofungus left behind its family. Those two fungi
yeah.
might be waiting for it to return.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gonna go
Let's hurry and go take a look.
talk to them.
How are we going to explain all the complicated things that happened?
Wondering why are they still here?
We're back. I'm sorry.
Can you speak to
I
them?
really am. But it's gone home and won't be able to return for a very long time. Don't be sad. It did it to protect you. Your happiness is more important to it than anything else in the world. It said that Newer is its most important family member.
The child.
That's your name, isn't it?
This one, right? Both of them are the same. Hey, he's trying.
This is wonderful. So it has left traces of itself after all. They will definitely meet again. Someday.
Random bird shot. And there it is. Wasn't actually that long. It started off slow, but wasn't that bad. A bit of running around here and there. Simple fights and a boss battle that was very easy. A very touching story, somewhat sad moments. But it was alright. I give it a 7 out of 10. So, okay, that means Sumeru has ended. Right now I have no plans on recording the next few character stories. That's going to be for off screen. And well, the next video is going to be when I start Fontaine's Archon quest, and that video is going to be a bit different from then. I decided once I stop and go through Sumeru and start with Fontaine, I will go kind of through exploration. I will show how I get from point A to B and start the quest and all of that, since I never really put that in my videos. But that also means my videos will be longer, which means if they will reach something around 3 hours, it's going to end right there and continue right where I left off, just in case if quests go longer for 3 hours, because there was like 2 or 3 quests already. So that is it for now. Until next time.